All right, everybody, welcome in. Just working on the storage system again. Just a second, I'm sorry about that. Trying to get the stream going as good as possible. I know the last time I was streaming that it was lagging a little bit behind, so we'll just go from here. Um, did do a little bit of a redesign on the chest hall. Wasn't happy with it. My OCD was kind of going crazy, so this spot right here is where our ticking area is centered off of. So you now have the ability to, we can go symmetrical from here. So, um, still the same thing. Shulker loader or shulker unloader here. Um, Empty shulker boxes get picked up by this hopper minecart, go over here into the item elevator, get shot up, and they end up here. Um, just threw a whole bunch of these in here. It was just testing stuff. But this over here is our item elevator that brings all the items up to the top. This is going to continue on up, and then that'll feed the chest hall once I get it all set up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So just going to keep on chugging along on the back end of this thing, getting the redstone set up. Just make sure I get it all in there. So we'll just keep building away on it. Gotta make sure we stay within the black line there. The black line is the edge of the simulation distance if we're standing in that center chunk over there. So just make sure that that's good to go there. Okay. Let's keep going there. Oh, can't have that. Need to make sure they all go the correct direction. So we'll just slowly go down here. The the black flash that you see go across every time I place one of these, that's just my texture pack. For whatever reason, uh, hoppers appear absolutely enormous when you hold them in your hand. I'll show you just a second. It's pretty hilarious. It just looks really crazy. It's okay. So if we go here, you can see that hopper's huge. Don't know why it does that. It's just part of the texture pack I've got. Okay, so here we go there. Grab white glass. Bring this on down here. Pretty much just a standard item sorter here. Get this here so that we can get the redstone dust on top of everything that we need to do. Redstone dust all the way around. Then we'll put these target blocks in here. Get these all the way down. Come over here, grab this torch. Bring the torches all the way down. Okay, good there. Grab this, bring these all the way back down. Bring redstone dust all the way down. Get our glass. Bring that back down over here. Oh, too much. Okay. Then dust over here. Okay, then we need our comparators here. This is going to be a slow process so we don't turn them on. Don't want to do something wrong here and lock up our storage system, so we'll get this all put in here. Oh, yep, see, we turned that one on. We can't have that. Keep bringing this on in. Welcome in. Don't be afraid to say hi in chat. Okay, so here we go. We got this here. Okay, let me double check everything, make sure that we got everything set up the way that it needs to go. Just, okay, that there, that there. These are the item filters here. We still have access in here, so we can set everything in the, set everything as far as item filters in the hopper. So we're good there. Okay, and then up here, same thing. We can set all of those item filters, and then up here, obviously, we can set all of these up here as well. So, let's see, the next order of business is we're going to have to mirror this chest hall on the other side. So, we mirror this chest hall over here on the other side. Means we need to go, okay, go here, here. Okay, so 1, 2, and this one, sorry, my OCD is gonna get at me again. Okay. So, right there. Okay. So we'll have this broken down right here. Okay, the purpose of these chains that we've got going right here, if you come down to the beginning of the chest hall, we can access the bottom, we can access the middle section, we can access the top. We will be able to get to all those, and this chain allows you to get close enough that you can get those top chests up there. So now I'm going to put a temporary block there, throw a chain there. There's that crazy thing again. You can see the chains look ridiculously huge in my in my hand again. Chains are so tedious. It's okay though. When this is all done, it's going to be super nice. This system is something that I looked for forever when I first started playing on Bedrock Edition, and I couldn't ever find, so I hope this helps somebody out, even if it doesn't help any, if it helps one person, I've accomplished what I'm going for here. So okay, let's get down here, get right on the end of that. Hey, that works. Okay, so there we go. We got that. Now we can come down here. We'll bring this line out here. Oh, welcome in. Go ahead, say hi in the chat, introduce yourself. If you want to. If not, that's fine. Go ahead and lurk. Doesn't matter. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to grab a chest. Put a chest there. Chest. Get this chest all finished up here in just a second. Excuse me, sorry, had to take a drink. Okay. Get this going here. For anybody that's watching, when I get back here to this center chunk, I'll show the basic idea of this. Okay, so down here is our shulker unloader. Pretty simple. Oh, hey Andrew, yeah, yeah, that iron farm, that is definitely a monstrosity, but you know what? It it is worth it. When you get it done, it is so worth it. You'll never run out of iron ever again. I can promise you that. So what we got going here, Andrew, this is my storage system that I'm working on. I'm working on the design. You throw empty shulkers in here. This is where your empty shulker boxes come back. You can throw, when I'm done with this, you'll be able to throw loose items in here. That will go into this item elevator, and then it'll shoot it up, and it'll go through the chest hall. And when this is done, it will have at least 2 double chests for every stackable item in the game. Hey Daniel, welcome in. Glad to see you made it. So doing a little bit of a redesign on the chest hall here. I wasn't happy with it. My OCD was driving me nuts, so I had to I just couldn't stand it anymore. I was going crazy. It was off center by 1, and I couldn't deal with it. Absolutely couldn't deal with it being off center. So this is just this part is so slow and tedious. It is unbelievably slow and tedious. Not quite as bad as when I did the iron farm though. When I built that monster iron farm, I I can't even count how many times I fell asleep sitting here at the computer. It was pretty painful. Okay, go here. Okay, yeah, Andrew, I am gonna eventually do a tutorial on this. It's gonna be a little bit different because that iron farm tutorial, if I remember correctly on that one, it was about an hour. And I want to try to break this one up into pieces. Let me finish this row of chests, and then I'll kind of run you through the process that I've got going in my head. I would like to get uh, people from the communities input on this because you guys are the ones that watch these videos. Um, I want to make them as good as possible for you guys and as easy to follow as I can. So let me finish this row of double chests right here, and then I'll show you kind of where I'm going on this. It's I'm gonna try to break it down into smaller segments that are kind of easier to digest. What I'll probably do is I'll probably get all the videos made, edited, and then ready to go. And then I'll just put them all out at once. So, okay, so here's what I got in my brain at least. Okay, so this will be the first video. This is going to be the shulker unloader. Sorry about that. I'll get the okay. So right here, this is the shulker unloader right here. This one right here, don't worry about that. That's something else that was being worked on. This one right here, if you do it correctly with the output to this chest right here, you can make this a one wide tileable shulker unloader. So the way the tutorial for this is going to work is I'll post a video for this, which, full transparency, this was designed between myself and Redstone Wizard. But this is a true one wide tileable shulker unloader. You throw your shulkers here, they get unloaded into this hopper. You can run a hopper stream or however you want to move them here. And then if this hopper right here under the snow block, which in the storage system that I'm using, that's a hopper minecart here. And there's a hopper minecart right here. I'm sorry. The snow block on this one, basically what it does, the shulker comes out here. This piston will break it. The momentum of the shulker moving gets broken by this powdered snow block, and then it'll fall straight into the chest down here. So this is going to be the first segment of the tutorial. So I'll put out a tutorial on how to do this. It's going to be like a series. And then I'll go to the second section of this, which is going to be building the floor for your chest hall. This will bring you up to where you have your floor for your chest hall so that you can see how it all goes. This is the this is the shulker unloader again. This is it with the hopper minecart. So you can see the hopper minecart right here. When the box breaks, the hopper minecart will actually suck it in faster than the hopper right here. And then the items go in there. But this is going to show you like the floor layout. This corner right here is a ticking area. So the ticking area is centered off of this. So this is almost, it's basically the equivalent of spawn chunks on Java Edition. So you can put this wherever you want in your world. You can set a ticking area if you're okay with not getting achievements. Unfortunately, you have to turn them off to set a ticking area. But if you have a ticking area, this right here, everything inside of that black line will be loaded at all times when you're in the world. So you can throw all your stuff in these barrels and then just wander off, do whatever you want to do, like go build somewhere, go AFK at a farm somewhere, whatever. And this will still be loaded and it'll still be unloading all of your items. So this is the floor level. And then oh, okay, yeah, Andrew, that's what I should have done for the iron farm. I may remake that video. I very seriously doubt that I will ever make the entire thing again. That was incredibly painful. That was probably 2.5 months of my life. It took so long to do it. And then this right here will be the third portion of the video. This is the oh yeah. Hey, if villagers were not such an important part of this game, I don't think I would ever mess with them ever again. Old guy said it a whole bunch of times. Rufus Atticus has said it a whole bunch of times. Never underestimate the power of villagers to do the dumbest thing possible. Villagers are so dumb. Just so dumb. Okay, so the third part right here, this is where the shulker unloader, this is just your hopper stream coming over here, and then it goes into an item elevator. This is a pretty simple item elevator. I know there's been a ton of people on Bedrock that have posted videos on these. Just a standard item elevator. So we'll come down here. Let me clear my inventory on this. We'll grab a shulker box just so you can see how this goes. We'll just throw a couple of random items in here. We'll go maybe here, we'll just go a stack of that. Okay, so we'll throw that in there, break that. Get 3 shulker boxes right here. So 3 shulker boxes with a stack each. Okay, so we got 4 shulkers there. Now this is what I was telling you, when this goes, you should be able to see it. The hopper minecart's actually going to be the thing that sucks it up. So, oh, Daniel, okay, so gold farm, honestly, it just depends on how you want to do it. I personally believe that the Navy Nexus quad portal ticking design is, that's the best one I've ever used, but it does cause an awful lot of lag. It builds up pending ticks, which causes lag. Oh yeah, yeah, Andrew. I do watch Java YouTubers, mainly builders. I've always been big into Redstone, and I'm trying to get more rounded, I guess, would be the right way to say it. Uh, I watch Blue Nerd. I try to keep up with Hermitcraft, and then the bakery builders. Anybody that's a bakery builder, I try to watch anything that they post. The bakery builders are just absolutely awesome, in my opinion. I think Shovel's probably my favorite on there. Okay, so now we're out of those over here. There's the 4 stacks of cobbled deep slate. Then if we come up here, there's our 4 empty shulkers. So just pretty simple little idea here. Hang on just 1 second, guys. I'm gonna meet you guys.
Why did you get another one?
No, that's not that.
What is that?
It's a camera.
For where?
The backyard.
We agreed not to buy any other purchases right now.
All right, I love you. Okay, everybody, sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, so Daniel, the way that pending ticks work, when the portals flicker on and off, that will make what's called a pending tick. It's super hard to explain. The wiki would probably be able to give you a better idea how that works. But what it does is the pending ticks build up, and then it causes a memory leak in the game. It's something that's been posted on the bug tracker. Golden Helmet has done something on it, and Golden Helmet's actually one of the moderators on the bug track. So it's it's a known issue. I'm sure they're working on it somewhere, but it just hasn't been fixed. Yeah, David. Yeah, it was definitely painful. Oh, I think I remember seeing something about that, Andrew. And it's actually really, it's kind of funny because I have worked with another creator on YouTube. It was Redstone Wizard. He and I put our heads together and did a stacked iron farm that actually beats the one that I have, but I don't really feel comfortable with putting out a video on it just yet, because there's the tendency for the villages to merge is a little bit too much. One Java feature to Bedrock that I could choose. I would say if TNT would give a 100% drop rate, that would be my That would be my thing. All right, everybody. Okay, back. Wife came in. She wanted to say goodnight. Yeah, quasi connectivity would be. I could get down with that. The other thing that I could get down with would be TNT duping. Would be kind of a good thing. That's always been something that's kind of irritated me a little bit because the way Bedrock works, TNT isn't a 100% drop rate, and you have to go mine all the sand and the gunpowder to make the TNT. Whereas Java, you have to get enough TNT and sand to make one piece of TNT, and then you can just infinitely dupe them. So, I mean, there's a couple of things that I would like, but honestly, I play on the Bedrock edition because I think it's a little bit more challenging from the technical aspect. Okay, so let me see, where was I? Okay, there's my Sim4 world. Okay, that's not it. This is it. Okay. And then this is the point that I've gotten back up to with the style of tutorial that I'm wanting to go with. So now it's just back to building the chest hall here. So yeah, movable entities are nice. Movable entities are definitely nice. Okay, so come down here. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that have made some really, really, really cool. They've done some really cool things with the tech. The storage tech, probably my go-to for storage tech is Redstone Wizard. But there's the only thing that I would caution anybody with on that is Redstone Wizard has a very solid electrical background, so it's all extremely technical. But he's been working on a binary sorting system for quite a while, and even with what I know about Redstone, it makes my brain hurt every time I go into a world that he's building that thing in. It's an extremely technical storage system. Very, very technical. Uh, yeah, I still have to do a little bit more research on the trading hall thing. Um, I was watching something. What was it? I think it was yesterday. Where they had uh, finally nerfed the trading hall thing. I'd have to like really get into it and look at it to see what it was, because I've had a trading hall that was built with the zombie spawner. Yeah, I mean, I really wish that they wouldn't have changed that, Andrew. But you know what? To be honest with you, it was pretty OP. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty OP. I had all of the villagers in my trading hall. It's on the world that my son and I play on. We had all of them max cured. We could trade a stick for an emerald. We could trade a piece of rotten flesh for an emerald. It was pretty OP. I won't lie about that. I think that was a little too much. I I don't really agree with the book changes that I had seen the last time. I still think that you should be able to get the villagers with the max level books, but I'm sure that they're probably gonna make adjustments to whatever system it was that they had done. I I know that there's a lot of people that are like really, really, really upset with the changes that they made. Uh, yeah, the enchanting table. I don't have a problem with the enchanting table thing, only because the I have a guardian farm that levels are levels aren't an issue. With the guardian farm that I use, I can promise you levels are not an issue. I can what Okay, so the way that I've done this is in one of the worlds that I play on. It's on a server. Uh, I have a villager trading hall that sits right next to, yeah, level 50 in 2 minutes. Yeah, that's exactly right. The Guardian farm sits right next to the villager trading hall, so I can get all of my books and armor and everything that I need, and then I just sit there at the Guardian farm. And when I want to enchant things, I can also just sit there at the enchanting table there. I can just throw an enchanting table next to my Guardian farm. If they ever fix those, I'm going to be a little sad, because to be totally honest, the Guardian farm, if there's something that's really, really broken in the game, the Guardian farms are broken. But I'm not gonna go too much into that because I don't want them to do anything with them. Oh yeah, yeah, that is pretty stupid fast, Andrew. That's dumb. Um, there's a few farms that I've found over the years that are um pretty ridiculous. Guardian Farm's still the best XP farm that I think I've ever found. Hey, what's up, Knight? Welcome in. Yeah, Andrew, the raid farm that Pico Nico designed, the 24 stacked raid farm, that is absolutely insane. Yeah, Daniel, okay, so either the witch farms definitely they could definitely fix witch farms. Witch farms could definitely use a revisit. The other one that could honestly that could really use a revisit would be and it's kind of an offhand thing. Dude, 2.24 million items per. Yeah, that's pretty that's pretty good. Um, I've got a piglin bartering farm design that I've done a stream on it. I haven't done a video on it yet. It's something that I reverse engineered that T-Man Cow and Slack Lizard put out a video on, and I reverse engineered the farm. It produces so many drops per hour. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think it's the version of it that they put out did, I believe it was just over 1 million items per hour. And I got a storage system that can deal with that. It's a 4 times hopper speed collection system that uses the brewing stands on ice streams. Oh wow, 12,000 totems. I mean, the only problem. Okay, so the only problem with that one is at some point in time, how many totems is way too many. That's the only question that I would have with that is at what point do you have too many totems? Um. Okay, Knight. I've built. I messed around with. I think it was Silent Whispers, villager-based crop farm, but you only have 2 villagers in each farm module. I've done that from basically Bedrock to build limit, and the villagers aren't what causes anything to mess up. The thing that causes it to mess up is the amount of entities floating around. There's so many crops floating around that it causes ridiculous lag. Okay, so the newest update has messed up the villager crop farms. I haven't messed around with any of that yet. I'd have to take a look and see what's going on with that. I haven't had time. uh, IRL job has been absolutely killing me. The guy that I worked with at night got let go, and I've been having to pick up all of his slack, and it's not been fun. Okay, go here. Wait, no, that's not right. I don't think that is right. You know what, Daniel? I'm not really too worried about it because I get paid hourly, and that just makes it where it's more money on the paycheck, honestly. Just more money on the paycheck. Okay, so here we go. Come along here. Get those. Then we'll put these back in here. Yeah, I really need to get caught up on the latest update and see exactly what all it was that they did. I haven't had a chance to do it though. Okay, yeah, Daniel. I used to have a salary job like that. I drive a commercial vehicle now, a big truck. It's fully loaded. It's 80,000 pounds. And the industry that I work in, if they ever tried to put people on a salary thing, nobody would have it. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have anybody working there. Oh, the Xbox. Well, honestly, I haven't played on Andrew. I haven't played on Xbox other than testing stuff for quite a while. I'm on PC. Um, I just play with a controller just because that's where I learned, like, how I learned to play. So I can't break away from it no matter how hard I try. Okay, so bring this over here. A single digit FPS. Yeah, that sucks, Andrew. Oh yeah, Daniel, firefighting. I know a couple of guys that have done that. I know a couple of guys that did wildland firefighting, and no thanks. I'm good. I am good. This is the worst thing about freaking putting all these redstone things down. I have to go super slow because I don't want to turn these on and then have to go back and turn them back off. Yep, like that one. Even with going slow and doing it, it still screws up every now and then. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh, shoot. Missed one. Throw that back in there. Hey, Thorber. How's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, Daniel, I I can imagine there's a lot of time sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing. Probably a whole lot of time sitting around doing nothing. I know I have an acquaintance of mine that had been a smoke jumper for quite a while, and he had told me that there were a lot of times that he had spent doing literally nothing. But I can tell you right now, when he had to go out and work, I wouldn't have wanted to do what he was doing. I can promise you that. Looking looking for a job right now. Hey, I work in Ready Mix, Thorber, and I know where I'm at right now. They're incredibly busy. The housing where I live is still going crazy. I know it's probably not the same everywhere, but where I'm at, it's still going nuts. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Oh, you live in Poland. Okay, yeah, I'm in the U.S. Specifically the southwestern United States. There's a lot of industrial stuff moving to where I live, and there's not enough housing right now to keep up with what's here. Okay, Andrew. Go ahead. I appreciate the lurk. If you wouldn't mind, throw a thumbs up on the stream. It'll help YouTube recommend it to other people. If you wouldn't mind. All right, sweet. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay, here we go. We're gonna keep going here. Yeah, Daniel, I've done those big stupid crazy shifts like that before. Before I got into what I'm doing now, a long time ago, I painted lines on highways, and well, highways, and then uh, we did airports as well. And when they paint the lines on the airport, here's a little fun fact for everybody. They'll turn the runway over to the company that's doing the lines on it, and you have they'll turn it over to you on a Friday night, and then you have until, I believe it's 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday. And if you haven't gotten it back, the penalties for not having that runway turned back over to the airport are absolutely ridiculous. It's in the like tens of thousands of dollars per minute that you don't have it turned back over. So once they turn that runway over to you, you're working until you're done. There are no breaks. So I know what those are all about. Okay, yeah, Thorber, this is gonna be an overflow. This is gonna be an overflow safe. Oh, yeah, I bet that did hurt. Yeah, water's nowhere near as soft as everybody thinks it is, Daniel. I guarantee you that. I'm like you said, I'm sure you know, but water can water can hurt real bad. Okay, so Thorber, you said that your filter items are getting your filter items are getting sucked in. Um, okay, the water stream, you can do that. The only reason that I'm using hoppers on this instead of a water stream is because I have a ticking area set up on this. Full disclosure, you have to turn off achievements because on Bedrock it's technically considered to be a cheat. But right here in the center of these 4 blocks right here, I set up a ticking area on this right here. So as long as I am in the world, it doesn't matter where in the world I'm at. I could be 10,000 blocks any direction. Everything inside of this black outline is going to be loaded. So the ticking area will keep this loaded and everything will go. That's why I'm using the hoppers in this, because I don't have to worry about it. This will always be loaded. This will always be running. And then once I'm done, see, because what's going to happen is there will be 4 of these, and then there will be 4 of those middle sections and 4 of the bottom sections. And then it'll snake its way all the way around, and then anything that's left that didn't get picked up into the hopper system, I'm just going to throw it into a trash can. I'm not really too worried about that. Okay, yeah, Thorber. If you play on a realm with your friends, with achievements, this doesn't necessarily have to be in a ticking area. And when you have hoppers, it doesn't matter if it's in a ticking area or not. The only problem that you're going to run into is it's going to take longer for everything to unload. That's the only thing that's going to be different. With this being in a ticking area, it's going to always be loaded. But if you play on a realm that doesn't have a ticking area enabled like that, it'll still work. The only thing that I can tell you is if you want to load a bunch of stuff into the system, somebody's either going to have to AFK at it or be in the area to have it loaded. That's the only real difference with that. So, okay. Yeah, see, the thing that I've always it's always been a kind of a gripe of mine with Java having the spawn chunks that are always loaded no matter what. I really wish that they would just introduce that into the Bedrock edition of the game, because if they did that, no matter what, I mean, you could have like a nether highway system where you could get back to where you spawned at in the world, but you could always have your storage system in your spawn chunks, and then it wouldn't disable achievements, but there's quite a few parody things that I'd definitely like to see, but you know what, if they do them, they do them. If they don't, they don't. Like I said earlier, I play on this version of the game because I personally like this version of the game better. I think it's a little bit more challenging just because of things like that. So oops. Rail system in the Nether Knight. I don't know. I mean, my Nether travel system is different than most people. You and I have played in the world before, Knight, so you know I like to travel above the Nether roof. Once you get your wings, it's just the fastest possible, and with the amount of time that I usually get to play, it's just so much easier for me to fly over the Nether roof than to mess around with digging tunnels and all that. I've done tunnels before, kind of like the ones that we had on that realm, but I prefer to fly over the Nether roof. Great. Oh yeah, that's good stuff, Daniel. I can tell you right now, contractor's license. I mean that's basically a brick of gold in your pocket, and especially if you're in demand. Especially if it's in demand. And not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous of Maine. Not gonna lie, I live in the Southwest, and yeah, it gets really freaking hot. Yeah, Knight, I've been seeing a lot of things. There's apparently a lot of people that are really upset since the last update. I've seen that there's a lot of people that are, I don't know if I'd call it boycotting or whatever, but there's a lot of people that are not very happy with the latest update. I've got my own opinion of that. My opinion is I bought this game an extremely long time ago, and I still get a whole lot of enjoyment out of it. So as long as it doesn't break to the point that it is not playable, I'll be okay. If it ever breaks to the point that it's unplayable, I'll go find something else. Okay, so the barrels right here, this is an old habit of mine. It had to do with when the hopper bug was in the game, where the hoppers caused a lot of lag. I've just never broken away from it. What's going to happen is with the filter, with this torch, here, I'll show you here. Here, I'll stick this in here. Okay, with a hopper, that torch will lock if that's a hopper. But because it's a barrel, it's not going to lock. So once something goes into this hopper, okay, this torch will power that, which will power that, which locks that hopper. but it'll allow items to go down through there and into there. And this also, the other thing that it does is it cuts down on the hopper lag if it ever becomes an issue again. Yeah, Knight, I've been hearing people say that they've been working on destroying this game for a while. You know what? If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Honestly, it's their game. They can do whatever they want to with it. I'll still play. Doesn't matter. So, if you guys wouldn't mind giving me like 2 minutes, I gotta go take a bio break. I've got to use the restroom. I will be right back. I'm gonna throw you guys to the break screen, but I will be right back. Alright, everybody, sorry about that. I am back. Yeah, Thorber, no worries. That's if you look on my YouTube channel, that's my basically in the description of my channel. I'm basically what I want to do is I want to make content that helps Bedrock players, and I want people to understand how all of this works, because when I first started playing the Bedrock version of the game, all of the content that I was seeing was for Java Edition, and I would go out and I would build things that were designed for the Java Edition of the game, and they wouldn't work. And it wasn't just me that was having an issue with it. I was playing with my son, and obviously he would get upset that it didn't work. So I want to make content that helps people, so I have no problem explaining anything. So, oh yeah, really quick. Yeah, I just had to go recycle some liquid, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we're gonna put these here. Get all this down this way. Okay. Now we'll go. Yeah, the thing with Java, like all of the Java YouTubers, there's a lot of stuff that the Java YouTubers create, and then they just put Minecraft in there, and then they think that it's consistent for everything in the game. And unfortunately, most of the Minecraft community for a very long time was Java content creators, and I don't know why it worked out that way. It just worked out that way. And there's an issue with the job or with the YouTube search thing, because even if you put in Bedrock Edition, you'll still end up getting Java stuff. Okay, yeah, no worries, Daniel. I just try to just kind of chit chat with everybody anyways. It's kind of my way of trying to avoid getting into any kind of a burnout situation. Okay, yeah, Thor, if you're doing 356 separate items for your storage system, I mean that's pretty good. Basically, like if you look at my channel, I built an iron farm that produces absolutely it's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. It's 30 stacked villages. Produces about enough iron in an overnight AFK session that you probably wouldn't ever realistically need iron for your world ever again. I kind of like to push the limits of the game and see what is actually possible. That's that's more of how I play. I like getting into the mechanics of things and seeing how things work and what I can do. That's kind of what that's kind of what makes me tick, I guess would be the right way to explain it. Largest order you personally need is 244. Um, yeah, I mean the idea of this that I'm working on here, Dan, it's kind of almost this would be something that would be good for a server, maybe like an SMP type of a thing, where everybody was contributing resources to like a collective. That way everybody could just come in, dump their shulker boxes in the middle and just take off, and then that way everybody had access to the resources. One thing that I absolutely cannot stand in any of my worlds, I cannot stand having chest monsters all over the place. I try to make everything look as good as I possibly can. And I just think when you have big piles of chests or shulker boxes laying on the ground everywhere, it just really drives me nuts. It just it really does. Oh wait, no, this one. Yeah, yeah, definitely, Daniel. If you're gonna be sharing, that's that's definitely This is the wrong layer. Dang it. Whoops. Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't build it all at once. Well, I mean that's kind of like the iron farm that I built. If I was building the iron farm that I did in a single player world, I promise you I would not build it all at once. For a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't think that anybody could ever use that much iron in a single player world. Number two, burnout is a real thing. If I wouldn't have been building that for a tutorial video, I don't think that honestly, I don't know if I would have ever even finished it. That was more of a proof of concept that once I got going on it and I figured out that it actually worked, it would, it just went crazy in my brain. Thorber, I do play a couple of other games. Excuse me, I'm sorry. No, I do not. I do play other games. I play a, it's a 4-person co-op shooter looter. It's called Warframe. I play that. The game's, just over 10 years old, I believe. Really fun game, but it's a grind. It's a real grind. Oh yeah, Grounded. I play Grounded occasionally. Not as much as I used to, but Grounded was it was a fun game. The one that I'm starting to get into a little bit is Starfield. Kind of wanting to check that one out a little bit more. I did have to wait to get it into my, I had to wait a little while to get it downloaded because I had to get a new hard drive for my PC because my game drive was full and I didn't have room for it. It's a huge download. I think it's 125 gig download, but if you look at the game specs and what's suggested, they suggest that you have 250 gigs of free hard drive space. And the other thing is it requires a solid state hard drive. Used to play. Okay, yeah, Daniel. Out of all of the time that I have played Warframe, I have spent money on that game twice. Neither time was it going towards the pay to win part of it. Basically, what I did is I bought Prime Access just to show my support for the developers, because I have, I believe, over 4,000 hours in that game. At one point in time when mastery rank 26 or 27 was the highest that you could go, I had every single item in game, and I was topped out on mastery rank, and I had never even spent a penny on anything that worked towards progression in the game. It was I actually I guess I'm kind of weird. I've always just liked to grind. Oh, okay, yeah. Thorber, actually, I think if I remember correctly, the minimum specs for Starfield, what was it? The minimum specs for Starfield, I believe you have to have 12 gigs of RAM. You have to have 125 gigabytes of free hard drive space, but it does have to be solid state. Um, you need a 1070 Ti or equivalent graphics card. And processor wise, I think you can run it on an AMD 5 series, like 2200, I think. Or no, 2200X. Oh yeah, Daniel, the that was always a big complaint of just about everybody that I ever talked to that played Warframe. The When you go to learn how to play the game, it is not intuitive. It's not even close to intuitive. It's if you don't have somebody to hold your hand, you're gonna have a real hard time with Warframe. Yeah, and I got a buddy of mine. My buddy Borden plays. He plays Starfield on his Xbox, and honestly, he's had a really good experience with it so far. I was actually over at his house yesterday. We were cooking some really good chili up, and he was showing me that while we were waiting on the chili to thicken up. And Starfield actually looks really fun. But he's also playing on a Series X. I do believe that Starfield is only available on on the latest gen console. Yeah, see, Daniel, it's I don't know how you personally feel about Bethesda. Me personally, I don't expect anything out of Bethesda. That way, when I get one of their games, I'm not terribly disappointed, if that makes any sense. I've been terribly disappointed by Bethesda before, so I just tend to not expect a whole lot, and then when they screw up, it's not a big deal. That's just my opinion of Bethesda. I know I bought Fallout 76 for my son the day that it launched, and I bought a copy for myself as well. I was so upset with 76 the day that it came out. I took the disc, I broke it in half, and I threw it in the trash. That's how upset I was with Bethesda for 76. And I was a huge Fallout fanboy for a long time. And when that game came out, I was I'm not gonna lie, I was really, really, really upset. Then the reason for the stairs here with the sea lanterns behind them, it's going to keep all of this lit up. So this will be spawn proof. Oh yeah, definitely, Daniel. Definitely. I mean, prime example of that would be oh shoot, what's the Grand Theft Auto, that when they did the remasters of all of the original Grand Theft Autos, they just put it out. It was basically the same game, just wrapped in a new package. Not gonna lie, I was pretty cheesed about that one. Come on, what did I screw up on here? Are you kidding me? Come on, let me get in there. Same with Cyberpunk. Uh, yeah, that Cyberpunk's something that I never really got into, to be honest with you. Wasn't ever really my thing. I know a lot of people have gotten into that game. It just never was my thing. I used to be real big into PvP games, but I can't do those anymore either. Anybody that's getting more advanced in age will be able to tell you that your eyesight isn't exactly what it used to be, and your hand-eye coordination doesn't work quite the same anymore. So it just doesn't work for me. Yeah, Daniel, I couldn't tell you one thing, not one thing about Cyberpunk. I know I watched a few YouTube videos on it. I was kind of thinking about it, and then after watching a couple of YouTube videos, it was pretty clear to me that I didn't want anything to do with it. Yeah, the definitely lots of unnecessary memorization, and there tends to be a lot of people out there that have basically memorized every tile set, every map, or whatever you want to call it. And the other thing is, I played forever on console. I was pretty late to the PC game. I built my PC about 2 years ago, I think, and I had played on console exclusively before that. And the problem that I ended up having was everybody that I was playing against when I was playing off of console was on PC, and I felt like I had an unfair advantage, number one. Yeah, see, there's the controller thing. I felt like I had an unfair advantage, number one. And the other thing was, a lot of people that play on PC have found ways to use like aimbots or something of that nature. Yeah, definitely, Daniel. It's you don't want to have to learn all that stuff in something that's supposed to be fun. If a video game becomes your job, then it is definitely no longer fun. Hey, welcome back, Andrew. Glad to see you back. All right, so need to get this next level of chests in here. Okay. So how can I do this quickly? There we go. I'll do that. Oh yeah. I got Starfield downloaded. I was a little late to the party on that one. I had to upgrade my PC even to get the game. Not gonna lie, it was a little frustrating, but whatever. Yeah, see, Andrew, that's kind of where I'm at with Bethesda. I I do have a couple of like really good like IRL friends that I do play games with quite often, and a couple of them are really getting into Starfield. So with it being free on Game Pass, I'm okay with downloading a free game. The worst thing that's going to happen is I delete it because I didn't like it, and the extra solid state drive that I bought for my PC can just hold more games if I want it to. So, but yeah, I've definitely been burned by Bethesda in the past. Definitely been burned by Bethesda. And there's definitely been a couple of games, Daniel, that I have felt like I had to force myself to play. And if I feel like I have to force myself to play them, it's terrible. Yeah, Daniel, I've played 7 days with my buddy that lives right around the corner from me. 7 days on PC is pretty good. On console, it is absolutely unplayable. It is absolutely unplayable on console. Every time I've tried to play it on console, I've ended up with the basically the save corrupts and everything that you've done is wasted. So I'm if I could play it with my buddies on PC, I would, but they don't have PCs, or at least my one buddy that I play with the most that lives right around the corner, he doesn't have a PC. He's strictly console, and that game for console is pretty. It's bad. It's just bad. If you've never had a save corrupt on 7 days, you're very very lucky. Oh crap! I put that in the wrong spot. Well, that was dumb. Whoops. Oh, okay. If they're releasing a new version that brings it up with PC, that might be something that I might have to get with him about. We might have to play that a little bit, maybe like a Friday night or a Saturday night. because the game actually has, in my opinion, it's got potential. It just, when I played it with him on the Xbox, it we had way too many issues, like way too many issues. All right, that was where that needed to be. Well, I don't know if I don't know if the console players will actually have to buy it again. Cause when I was playing it with my buddy, it was available off of Game Pass. So as long as you have Game Pass, I think you should be okay. Um, but I I don't really know. Unless it's not available on Game Pass for the PC. If it's just a Steam exclusive on PC, it's probably that'd kind of suck to have to buy it. Oh, it's a whole new game. Oh, okay. I mean, if it comes out on Game Pass, I might give it a shot. If it doesn't come out on Game Pass, I probably won't. I don't I don't try to make a habit out of giving like half of my paycheck to game developers, especially ones that don't put out super polished games. But then again, when I'm an awful lot older than most people in the gaming community, and I remember playing games on like the original Nintendo, like the original NES. And when you bought a game, it was a cartridge, you put it in there, there were no updates, there were no anything. It had to be done when they released the game. And yeah, I do understand that game design has come a long way since then, but you should still be able to test your game before you release it to the public. Oh yeah, that's another one that I used to play an awful lot, Andrew. I used to play a lot of Final Fantasy back in the day. Oh yeah, yeah, Daniel. If you guys get it on Xbox and it's like good and playable, I let me know. I like I said, my buddy that lives right around the corner, he is he's so into that game, but he gets so upset with it because on the on console it was pretty much unplayable, or at least for us it was. Oh, oh, Daniel, they've made a lot of Final Fantasies. Oh shoot, I remember playing Final Fantasy when I was in the military years and years and years ago. Uh, oh shoot, I've been out of the military for ooh, 23 years. And I think when I was in the military, I think they were on like Final Fantasy 7. I think was the number that they were on when I was in the military. It was they've done quite a few of them. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep. 1997. Yeah, it's been a while. I absolutely loved the I really got into it. Really got into Final Fantasy back then. There was a lot of games that I got into back then that I really wish that had stuck around, but they're I don't think that the I don't think that the games themselves could have held up. One of my favorite ones back in the day was Metal Gear Solid was a good one. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 wouldn't be a bad one. Um, if it's an if it's an MMO, as long as it doesn't have some sort of a like a pay to win mechanic in it, I'd be okay with it. But if it's got a pay to win mechanic in it, I'm not going to spend any of my time on it. To be honest with you, uh, I've always been more into grinding things out and getting everything that way. Oh, okay, yeah. As long as there's no pay to win, that's good. Oh yeah, Daniel, uh don't worry about missing the last stream. I know how the whole YouTube notification thing goes. I mean, as a content creator, there are times where like you guys will put a comment on a video or something of that nature, and I won't even see the comment or something like that for usually like 2 or 3 days. A lot of times it's faster, but sometimes it's just really slow. The I think that's something that YouTube really needs to work on is the notification system. Oh, okay, Andrew. If there's skips that you can buy, I suppose I could probably be okay with that. My theory on that is if you're paying to skip content, I'm not really too concerned about that. Because it's been my experience that when people do that and they skip things, you can always tell somebody that has paid to advance, if that makes sense. It's always really easy to tell if somebody's paid to advance. You can always tell. They might have a higher level or they might be farther along in the game, but they don't know how to play the game. So I don't mind that. Yeah, that was something that I ran into with Warframe when people would just they'd break out their credit card and buy platinum for the game, and then they'd buy all the cool stuff or whatever. But it was extremely obvious to tell. that game works off of it's a mastery rank system, and the easiest way to rank up in mastery rank is to go to one certain tile set on one planet, and you get a DPS character that can just basically nuke the map, and then everybody stands there and levels up. And when you get in a group with people, because it's random matchmaking, you can always tell people that have done that because they have absolutely no clue how to play the game. So if it's like that, it's not bad. The only thing that sucks is when you get matched with somebody that has done that in like a co-op game, it becomes very obvious and they're pretty much useless. Oh yeah, yeah, Daniel, definitely. Um, yeah, the if you have the right frost, you can do some pretty good stuff. It's it just depends on how you have frost built. I never ran a traditional frost build. My frost was yeah, that's exactly what my frost was built for, but my frost was built to just one second. I gotta pay attention here. My frost was built basically for it was a bubble build, and you could spam bubbles. You could spam the snow globes. But at the kind of stuff I used to do when I would go into like in-game type content with Frost, I would basically use the mechanic where his snow globe was invincible for the first, I believe it was like 1.5 seconds. So I was constantly just throwing up snow globes. Okay. Man, this is pretty freaking tedious. Oh. Yeah, the frame that I really liked playing when I was playing Warframe all the time, I mained Banshee for a long time. But I did the oh yeah, you had a 3 second delay. Yeah, see, what I did was I put natural talent on my frost, which basically cut the delay. But the Banshee that I used was oh, hey, what's going on, Paul? Glad to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, Volt and Excalibur were really good. I used Volt a lot. I used to do a lot of Eidolon hunting in Warframe, and I was always Volt. Um, I had a really good build for that. Okay, need hoppers into the back of this. Hello game. That was weird. Alright, so keep going down here. Yeah, the I gotta oh If I had back all the time that I had spent playing Warframe, man, I played that so much. Oh yeah, well the whole deal with Volt in that game, Daniel, you had to have something that synergized with Volt. Um, when we were doing the Eidolon hunts, we would have a Chroma, a Volt, a Trinity, and Haro. Oh wow, that it was so bad that they nuked the whole game, huh, Andrew? That's bad. That is bad. Oh yeah, Daniel. There's a couple of different frames in there that there's nothing to the play style. I always like things where you had to find a way to I wouldn't say exploit the mechanics, but something where you could take advantage of the mechanics of the game to make something really powerful. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people that really like Frost. There's a lot of people that like Frost. It that was one of the things that I really did like about that game. I really did like about that game is that you can. There's so many different ways. There's not a right way to play the game. And that's kind of why I like Minecraft is because there is no right way to play Minecraft. You basically can do it however you want to do it. The one thing I really liked about Warframe was the ability that you could min max, and it it's not something that you can just do right off of the bat. There was a guy that I used to play with, Daniel, that he had a Frost build that was he used the bubble, and then he used the ice spikes with the augment mod that went for the ice spikes ability, and it was really good. I don't know if it's viable now. I did play that game a little bit when the Duvary update came out. I got back into it quite a bit, but then the grind got overwhelming again. Yeah, my buddy Borden is he's the Borderlands guy. Um, oh, he tried so hard to get me into Borderlands. Um, I just I don't know what it was about Borderlands. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why I couldn't get into it. I wanted to like that game. Man, I so wanted to get into that game, but I just couldn't. Oh yeah, yeah, Andrew, for sure. Yeah, when I get done streaming, I'm gonna check out the Final Fantasy for sure. The Final Fantasy was always I've always been a big fan of their games. Always been a big fan of Final Fantasy. It was honestly the one that I used to play quite a bit, especially when I was in the military. I was really 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 big into Diablo back in the day, and I'm not gonna lie, that the Diablo that just came out, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed. Oh yeah, definitely for sure, Daniel. The probably the worst thing that Digital Extremes did with Warframe was the skill tree thing is it's terrible if we're gonna be honest. Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about Borderlands. Yeah, the skill tree thing on Borderlands, that it was really bad for me. I couldn't I it if you didn't go and watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos to try to figure out how to get everything right, it yeah. Yeah, but the exact same thing with Warframe. The skill tree thing was bad. Digital Extremes did a really bad job at that. They didn't explain it, and once again, if you didn't go to YouTube and watch a whole bunch of videos on how to set things up, you were kind of screwed. And that to me was always kind of a letdown. Um, but I do know when Digital Extremes launched that Devary update, there is now at least somewhat of a tutorial in the game for when you first start the game. They force you to go through a tutorial on it now, and it's way better than it was when I started playing. Oh shoot, I think I started playing that game about maybe 7, 8 years ago, something like that. Um, yeah, see, yeah, Daniel, I found Warframe first, and then my buddy tried getting me into Borderlands, and I couldn't do it. Oh, so the new Final Fantasy has a character creator built in, and you can. Oh, okay, so you can import a character into the game. That'd actually be really cool. Okay, you were playing when they. Okay, the when I was playing all the time, um, like all the time, the sword that they had that sent out the spinning disc, it was a login reward. I think it was called like the Zenistar or something. That was like my go-to weapon, just because of the play style that I had and the group of guys that I played with pretty consistently. Hmm. Yeah, Andrew, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out, Andrew. If you can create a character and import that into the game, that'd be freaking awesome. I'd probably really like that. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't get to hop into Discord as much as I would really like to, but yeah, I'll definitely have to catch up with you in there. It just my work's been absolutely ridiculous as of lately, so but I'll definitely have to catch up with you in there on that, and we'll have to get something going with the Final Fantasy. I couldn't even tell you how long it's been since I played that game. Come on. Let's see here. That goes here. That goes here. I don't know why I like this pattern so much. It's just always kind of worked for me. I think I picked this floor pattern up from Blue Nerd. Okay, Daniel. Yeah, if you got to hop off, no worries about it. Oh, and yeah, the staff's. I was always a bow guy. So, hey, have a great night. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so here we go. Okay, well, think I'm gonna work on some sort of a wall design that I can put here. And then I think once I get the wall design done, I think I'm probably gonna be scooting out myself. But I do want to at least get this to something that looks at least moderately decent. You know, the amount of time that spent building it might as well make it look halfway decent. But make sure that we can. Okay, there's that. Can hit that chest. We can hit that chest. We can hit that chest. That chest. That chest. Okay, and then we come back over here. Get that. 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 And that. All right. Yep, that'll work. So, man, that's a lot of redstone on this. This is gonna have to get my gonna have to get my buddy Troy in the survivor world to go do his mining thing. That guy is literally a one-man world eater. Definitely a one-man world eater. You turn that guy loose, he'll just mine and mine and mine and mine and mine. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I think for right now we'll just do actually no, I don't like that. We'll go here. I really like quartz, and with villager trading you can get plenty of it anyways. So I don't know about with the latest update that they dropped with the changes to the villager trading, but if they broke it that bad, I'll just have to find another way to get it, because quartz is probably one of my favorite blocks in the game to build with. Okay, so we'll go here. $19 battle jobs, huh? Okay, go here. slabs over here. Come over here, throw here, here, here. Oh, shoot. Here, 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 there. Here and here. 4 tank, 4 healers, 5 melee, 3 range. Physical and 3. Oh, yeah, okay, so you can do it all in... Nice. That is not bad. Okay, so come over here to that. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Definitely gonna have to check that out. Okay, bring these. Okay, so upside down stair there. Block. Here. Okay, yeah, Andrew, not a problem. Just in the Discord, just tag me in a post, and then that way I know it's you. Okay, so here we go. We'll do that there. Try to find a way to hide all of this. It's almost kind of a shame to hide all of this, though. It's there's so much to it. I don't really know. But one thing that I'm trying to start doing is doing these big technical builds, but also build something around them that looks cool. So I think I'm gonna have to really give it a little bit of thought. Maybe one of the next streams I do, I'll have to come up with some sort of a way to make it look better. I think I don't know. I'll definitely have to think about this, because that is just way too plain. That's too much of a flat wall. That ain't never gonna work. But yeah, that's one wing of the chest hall, so I'm happy about that. So the shulker unloader is going to drop the empty boxes here into this item elevator. They're going to come up here to here. And then this will be the I'm going to have to move this chest over one, because this will be the loose item input. I'll have to put a hopper into that. So yeah, this is going to have to move over one. But yeah, then the items will come up here. So let me just make sure here really quick that I got this all situated. And then okay, so break that. 1, 2, 3. So what we should end up with here at the end of this is we'll end up with 5 stacks of the cobbled deep slate, and then we'll end up with 5 more shulker boxes right here. So let's dump these into the system. And then come down here, make sure everything's working correctly. The only thing that I wish that I would have done a little bit differently, and I can't do it and have it be the one wide shulker unloader, because technically these blocks on these sides don't have to be here. But I would like to have had it where I could see what's in that box while it's unloading, but I'll be okay. I'm not going to worry too much about it. So, what the heck's really going on here? Oh. Whoops. Good thing I caught that. Okay, so now, yep, items are coming in. Forgot a hopper down there. Okay, so shulker unloader's still going. And we've already got 3 of the empties in there, so I'm good with that. I am good with that. So next step for this is going to repeat all of this over here. We're going to do it there, there, and over there. And this is so funny. I built this thing over here. This is something that I came up with to get to the outer end islands before you kill the dragon. This is my little simple flying machine. Come over here. You stand here. You flick that lever, or flick the gate, and then you can just sit here and you just keep flicking it. And you can just go flying around. The only problem is when you fall down through that slime block, you have to jump back up. But see, it's put me in that block now, which kind of sucks. But you can just fly along and do the thing. I was pretty proud of this when I built it. Hey, what's up, Super Llama? How's it going? Okay, so yeah, that was just, sorry for the little side thing there, but I built that on my original Sim 4 testing grid, and I don't know why I just never took it out of there. So, but yeah, we're gonna build this over here, here, and here, and then I'll have to connect all of the hopper chains up to get everything through there, and then once I get all of that done, there's a couple of other things that I'm thinking about that we can add into this. Yeah, definitely. Definitely for sure. Because just building this section right here, I think I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours ish. And I already had about half of this done. So I'm definitely going to be using structure blocks to clone this and rotate it. But yeah, that's kind of where it's at. So yeah, and like I said, when I do the for anybody that wasn't here towards the beginning of the stream, when I build this, what I'm gonna end up doing for it's not gonna be a typical tutorial. I'm gonna break it down into sections. I'll do one for the unloader, and then there'll be one for the item elevator, and then there'll be one for the the chest hall part of it. That way it's a little easier to digest. It's not going to be like the iron farm where it's an hour long. It'll be a shorter thing. That way it makes it easier for people to deal with. Yeah, Llama, that's one thing that I'm really considering for like the items that you get a lot of, like, you know, say like cobblestone, stone, whatever. What I think I'm gonna do is I'll take an item filter and I'll filter them out like cobblestone or whatever, and then I'll build like shulker loaders somewhere off in here, as long as it's inside of this this black outline right here. It'll be loaded, so I can put the I can put shulker loaders or whatever over here, and then once the shulker boxes are loaded, I can use an item elevator to bring them back. Do maybe I don't know, maybe some sort of a display system. I'm still trying to work through it in my brain right now. But yeah, this once this is done, it's gonna sort all of the stackables in the game. So, and then once everything runs through here, anything that does skip, I'm trying to figure out how I want to handle that, because if anything does skip, it's going to start at the top and it's going to snake its way around a few, like 3 times all the way around the whole thing. And then once it comes back down here, it'll end up right here at this block right here. So what I think I'll do is I'll have it go back down, and then I can have it run back into this hopper, which will put it back up through the system. So technically there should be 0 loss on this, because these bottom chests, I think 3 hallways of them on the bottom are probably going to be your non-stackable items. But Redstone Wizard and I have been working on a system to sort out potions and books. So that's something that I'm gonna have to go through in here too. Once I get the main haul done, because the um the potions and the books are real easy to sort out. Just put I'll just pull up like a real rudimentary idea of how it works. You can put that, put a hopper on top of that. Let's get the bookshelf here. We'll put a hopper there. And then we'll do a chest there. And then hey, thanks for hanging out, Thorber. I really appreciate it. All right, we'll come over here and we'll get a just a couple of random enchanted books here. You can put these books in the chest and they'll end up down here in this chest. But if you put let's say you put a lectern in here, it won't go in here. So I'm still trying to work out exactly how to get it to this point right here. Actually, no, I take that back. I just thought of it. So if we have okay. All right, so if we have chest on top of here, and we take those same 4 books, we'll take everything in my inventory right now. We'll dump that through. What we should have. Now, why didn't that work? Maybe that's not, because this should pull out of that. I don't know. But yeah, this is something I'm working on figuring out, so I'm not gonna sit here and bang my head against the wall with it right now. But I'll get it I'll definitely get it figured out at one point in time. And once I do get it figured out, I'll be sure to upload it. And we'll put that somewhere in here so that we can sort out the potions and the books and whatnot. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about it for the night, everybody. I'm a little tired. It's 2:15 in the morning here, so I'm probably going to call it a night. If you guys wouldn't mind, hit the like button. It definitely helps the algorithm suggest the video for other people so more people can see it. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, I think that's going to be about it. Uh, really appreciate everybody stopping in. Thanks for hanging out. Had a great time. I'll talk to all you guys later. And Andrew, I'll be looking for the ping in Discord, and once I get Final Fantasy downloaded, I'll have to hit you up. We can have some fun. So right on. I will catch all of you guys later. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Good night, everybody.